Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. I'm always intrigued whenever I watch a musical. The Sound of Music is a good example. Now, I really love this production. I really like many of the songs and have sung along with them for years. But there's some aspect of my mind that always looks askance at one aspect of that musical and of most musicals. Have you ever noticed how, right in the middle of some scene, someone breaks into song and there just happens to be an orchestra around somewhere to accompany them? And even more, the other characters know the song, join in harmony, and then they and the passers-by townspeople not only know the song, but join in a choreographed dance as well. It's amazing. I sometimes joke with people that happens here at church sometimes throughout the week. As Jim practices, I might have music to accompany whatever I'm doing. But it doesn't happen much out in the real world. Today we are wrapping up 2 weeks of looking not at Christmas carols or hymns, but at hymns of Advent. And today our hymn comes once again from our new hymnal supplement. This hymn is called Filled with Hope and Gratitude. Now, I don't think Mary had a 70-piece orchestra that suddenly started playing when the angel left her after announcing that she would bear God's child. But what I do know is that the angel's announcement moved Mary to song. We call her song the Magnificat because her first words were, "My soul magnifies the Lord." And maybe that's the first thing to notice. Mary's faith was such that the announcement didn't fill her with fear, but with an overwhelming feeling of joy and praise to God. The hymn, Filled with Hope and Gratitude, is a retelling of Mary's song after the angel left her. Filled with hope and gratitude and filled with very God, I sing with soul and spirit exultation. For God has smiled upon the humble servant who will give her own sweet milk to Christ, the world's salvation. God's eternal mercy, meant for all humankind, is given as deliverance from oppression. The powerful and haughty find that they are now cast down. The lowly raised beyond this world's derision. Hungry people eat good things and find an honored place. The rich are sent away though they are hungry. The promise to our forebears God renews for us today. The world is filled with God's abundant mercy. Filled with hope and gratitude and filled with very God, I sing with soul and spirit exultation, for God has smiled upon the humble servant who will give her own sweet milk to Christ, the world's salvation. I've heard Mary's song described as dynamite, and indeed it is, as it talks about the powers of our world being brought low, and those who are well satisfied being sent away empty, and those who have nothing now being lifted up. Mary tells us that the birth of this child, what God is doing among us, will turn the world upside down, and wrongs will be righted, and injustices set right. Frankly, if we take our faith seriously, her song should frighten us. Even the poorest among us in this country are wealthy compared to other places. And so when it talks about the mighty being brought down, we should pay attention. But what Mary says most of all is that what God is doing is good news. Love, forgiveness, truth, light, these and much more are what the child will bring. That's good news for us all, and we too can be filled with hope and gratitude. As we look forward to Christmas, as we hope for God's gift, we too may be filled with very God. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.